So a few months ago, I did a video on different types of genders. Now, one of the most requested things since then was to do one on different types of sexualities. So today I'm here to do a little list and explain some different sexualities and give you some information. I'm also going to learn a few things on this as well, so I'm pretty sure I'm not going to know everyone myself, so this will be interesting. So the first three, I'll quickly skim through, as you probably know all these by now. Heterosexual is someone who fancies and is attracted to someone of the opposite gender. Bisexuality is people who like two genders, such as male and female. And then homosexuality, which is what I am, who likes someone of the same sex. Pansexual. Pansexuality is people who are attracted to everyone regardless of their gender expression, how they identify. So you like people who are male, female, non-binary, genderqueer, gender fluid, all that kind of stuff. You like everyone regardless of their gender and expression. Demisexual. Now, demisexuality to me is I've got two mindsets over this. I do identify as demisexual and gay because demisexuality is someone who is attracted to an emotional connection, and you can only be with people if you're really emotionally connected to someone. I identify as a gay demisexual because I can only be with men because I'm only attracted to men. However, I can only be with them also as if I have an actual emotional connection with them. I can date someone or whatever, but to actually sleep with them and be attracted sexually to them, I have to have an emotional connection with them also. But if you identify as demisexual as a whole, so it's almost a bit like pansexuality where you can be attracted to anyone, but you have to have an emotional connection to them. Asexual. So people who are asexual is someone who doesn't have any sexual attraction to anyone. They don't have any real sexual desire. They don't have any desire to want to be loved or maybe not loved, but love someone. You just don't have a desire to be with someone. For a long time, I did think this was me because I was so happy being on my own, and I didn't really have that desire to be with anyone, but then I realized how much I love men, so that kind of went out the window. Gynesexual, I think that's how you say it. Gynesexual, gynesexual, I'm not sure. That'll be a word anyway. So this is people who are attracted to females or really effeminate men. So it's more you're attracted to the femininity rather than the actual what's downstairs. So I'm pretty sure I will find a opposite counterpart to that. Polyamorous. Now this is someone who can fall in love with someone but also can fall in love with another person at the same time. Now for me, if I love someone, it's gonna be really difficult for me to actually find anyone else attractive. Once I'm in really into someone, that's it. Everyone else sort of goes off my radar. But people who are polyamorous have that feeling of they can be really in love with someone, but they can also find someone else so attractive and fall in love with someone else and want them both. It's almost like having an open relationship, but it's almost like they can't control it as such. You can choose to have an open relationship, but people who are polyamorous is someone who is it's not a choice that they sort of want to have more than one partner. Please comment down below if you are polyamorous or anything, and I'm not really describing this very well. I don't know how to pronounce this one. Skilosexual. So the description is attracted to genderqueer and expressions. So someone who likes, non-binary people, genderqueer, real sort of mix of the genders. People who don't fit the binary genders. So here we go. Androsexual, attraction to men, males, or masculinity. So I guess these people would find masculine females attractive. Now on the other sexuality, it did say females and feminine men. So I'm assuming this would be masculinity rather than men itself. So if it's not right, comment down below, but it seems weird that on the other one it would say femininity and feminine males. Autosexual. Now, I've never heard about this before, and it says here, the feeling of attraction only towards oneself. I mean, QPO. Now again, I've never heard this before. The feeling of having no sexual attraction towards any gender, yet still desiring a sexual or romantic relationship. Now that must be really difficult to deal with because it's not like an asexual who doesn't have any sexual desire. These people want to have a desire to be with someone, yet feel no attraction to someone. That must be really difficult and really sort of mind screwing. Now this one just says fray. Is it fray sexual? I don't know, it just says fray on its own. Only experiencing attraction towards those you are less familiar with. The feeling is lost when you become closer or more familiar. Now funnily, I know someone who is like this. I didn't know there was an actual term for it. I thought it was just just a thing. I didn't know there was an actual term. So he can only be with someone for a short amount of time, and then as like any sort of real connection becomes like between them, he gets less and less attracted to the other person, and it's a very difficult thing to deal with, because it's like, how do you actually have a relationship with someone? Maybe it'll change over time, but he can't be with someone for more than like a few months, because if any real sort of like emotional connection comes in, he just loses all attraction. Heteroflexible. So this is someone who is like primarily straight, but will now like time to time will have an attraction to someone of like the other gender. I guess this is what a lot of people like. There's a lot of things on like the internet of like why straight men get other guys to give them blowjobs and stuff, but like I guess that kind of explains a lot of that maybe. So this is another one that I've never heard before. Sapiosexual. Sapio, I don't know how to say it, I'm sorry. If anyone hasn't guessed right now, I am actually dyslexic and I find reading really difficult. A sexual orientation where the primary feature that ones find attractive is intelligence rather than their body. So like, is this people who find like, regardless of their gender or expression, like they find your intelligence attractive and they're more like attracted to that? Now that is actually really interesting. I've never heard of that before. So I think I'm gonna leave it there. Now, although I didn't list as many in this as I did in my gender video, I feel like I've listed enough that have like sort of significant differences between them. If I have missed any others out that you do want to include, please comment down below and I'd love to read them all. Please hit the like button because it does really help me out, and all my social medias are in the description. So like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. Come follow me in all of them. I'll see you all very soon, and be flawless, be amazing, I love you, and I'm doing my old outro and that's triggering. Goodbye! We are a group of fans of your navel. Play and torture your navel in a long video. Make it an outie, please. It's really sensual. It's a really sensual place, especially when you get, oh, I can't.